Hello guys, welcome to Girl Let's Fix This series. And this is a new format on my channel and the deal is extremely simple. If you want to get my own personal advice for your own specific situation on manifestation, pretty much anything personal that you are comfortable with sharing and you need the third person opinion from the point of law of assumption, mindset, I'm just a girl and I can give just a girl opinion to you as well. My friends actually really love my advice that I give to them. So if you want to get this for your specific situation, you are free to drop your specific story, something that you are struggling with, in the comments under this video. And if your comment gets the most likes, then I am making a video detailed specifically for you, tailored for your situation, about how I would personally solve it and telling you everything that I would tell to my girl best friend or guy best friend, depending on who you are, but they're majority girls, so the podcast is podcast? The series is Girl Let's Fix This. Okay. And by the way, this is your only way how you can get one-on-one coaching or whatsoever with me, because I am not doing one-on-one coaching. I am not going to do one-on-one coaching. So if you want to get my own personal perspective on your specific thing, this is your only way to do this. And if you want to work with me more closely, you still have this option, but through Patreon. I have a whole program there available for you, along with the 30 days manifestation challenge. So if you want to make the old story go away and make the real profound change in your life, you are free to check it out. And now I'm going to read to you the comment from one of my followers, Francisque. I hope that I read your name correctly, and then I am going to talk to Francisque like I would be talking one-on-one to her, and like you are not absolutely present there. For me this is great because I'm making a video for a specific person with the specific problem, and for you guys this is great because you are going to learn a ton from it. And this is most probably going to be a little longer video than usually, so grab your tea, whatever you do, have a nice cleaning if you are cleaning while you are listening to me. So let's read the comment and get deep into it. So I am trying to manifest a full transformation: mental, emotional, physical, energetic. A real shift in appearance, including specific person's facial bone structure, height, body, and everything. It's about stepping fully into the version of me I've always known I'm meant to be: the energy, the aura, the magnetic presence, the elegance, the status. I want to change, not just how I look, but how I think, move, speak, and exist. I want to embody that version completely so that my entire reality bends to match it. And it's not about insecurity, it's the pain of waking up in a life that feels wrong, like body, face, and the world that was never mine. I know the version who I feel I'm supposed to be, but I don't know how to live like that, how to rewire my mind and body so deeply that I stay in that identity even when nothing outside me reflects it yet. I want this shift to build over the next few months until August, but I'm terrified that the time will pass and nothing will change. I know people say when things feel most stuck, that's when it all turns. But how can my bone structure, my height, my whole form change out of nowhere? Part of me doubts if this is even possible. Can energy alone reshape something that deep? I believe anything is possible if you believe it, but it still feels too good to be true sometimes, and I just need help crossing the space between belief and embodiment. I don't want theory, I want embodiment, real tools. To feel in every breath, in every cell, in how I move and walk and speak. I want to become it completely and stay there even when the world hasn't caught up yet. So, there will be a little of the tough love, okay? So please no one get offended. So look, when I will hold your hands when I say this, when you say that you want real tools and you don't want theory, in my personal opinion, you have more than enough theory. The question is rather why you don't act on it. So why do you keep self-sabotaging yourself and looking for more tools, more ways, more like something that is going to change something so deeply that, like, for you the normal tools don't work. And look, I am saying this from the position of the person who I believe sticks to the core, like, ways of how you rewire your subconscious mind, how you rewire your thought patterns, how you change your behavior, how you manifest. I have shared tons of tools and knowledge about how specifically you are going to do that. But it's not the point of it's not enough for you, because they're the clearest instructions and they are always all the same. The question is that you keep self-sabotaging yourself because you, like, let's even start with the I am afraid that the time is going to pass and nothing will change. And this is one of the ways how your brain can even keep you from actually acting, because every technique you're going to try, you're going to eventually abandon, because like this is not enough for you. Like this is something like you need deeper tools, different tools. But let's think about it. How do you even think this is possible if the person over the course of 3 months, 3.5 if we are taking the little part of May that is still left, but let's take 3. So how do you imagine this for yourself, and how do you justify it that the person who thinks differently on a daily basis, makes different decisions daily on a daily basis, regulates her nervous system, hence experiences different emotions, creates different thought patterns, creates new neural connections that will cement the new behavioral type of model for you. So you're going to do this for like roughly 90 days. So the habit takes about 21 to 50 something days to be formed. And when the habit is formed, this means that the neural structure in your like brain for this habit is if you are not going like to break it, it will be so strong that, like, if you keep consistently doing this, you are like physically an absolutely different person. So if you're going to do all of this, like, how do you justify for yourself that no change is going to happen when this whole change, especially if you are manifesting the identity shifting and you're manifesting like a whole new personal life for yourself, right? Like inside and out, this is what you said. So this is the thing that like completely depends on you. So like I understand when people are asking about their other specific people or about money or whatsoever, like, because this is like outside thing of them, but this is like absolutely wholly you, right? So this is illogical. Like, this is absolutely illogical, and you need to understand why is this happening, and you need to actually not to listen to this new theory but apply this new theory, because when you keep like sabotaging yourself, the main reason why you are not seeing the change and why you may not get the change is if you are not staying consistent with your practices. Because changing your identity is, and changing your thinking patterns, your behavioral patterns, is the same as getting the new habit. If you are doing this for like 10 days or 15 days straight, and then you just abandon it for like a couple weeks, to get back to this will be so much harder and the new habit will not form. So this is pretty much the same stuff. So the thing is, you may be afraid of your circumstances not changing because you actually identify yourself as them. And you have mentioned there that, like, you know, the version of you who you feel you're supposed to be, and like you understand that like the reality that you now living in, you were never meant supposed to live it. And look, I understand you completely because I have been exactly on your place, right? So about 5 7 years, no, I will actually be 27 in June, can you imagine? So there is so much more time has passed, so like let's take like 8 years to be safe. So 8 years ago I have lived through exact same loop that you are going through. Every new year I hated new year because for me this was like this same day, like I forgot how it's called in English, but this is just the same day over and over and over again, and nothing is changing, and my situation was not even changing to the best, but actually was getting worse. And I knew that I don't want to live like that. I'm not supposed to live like that. And I wanted to change myself like so deeply. And I knew that I am worth so much more. And I can get so much more and yada, yada, yada. But every year, from a year to a year up to basically like last 2 years, nothing was changing for me. And nothing is going to change for you if you will not understand that actually you have no idea who you want to be. You say that you know that version, but if you knew that version, like you would actually act up on that. And there is the difference. This is your like between the desire and the state. So currently your version of you that you want to be is just your desire. This is like a dream for you that kind of doesn't allow you to sleep, right? So this is just something that you imagine for yourself that you want to have. State is something that you act up on every day, and your current state is the exact life that you hate. This is the exact state that you live in. What are you saying to yourself every day? That you're unsuccessful, that you don't have what you want, that you like are not the version of you who like gets all the best stuff whatsoever, like all these horrible things. So this is your state. State is what you go through day by day. This is just your desire. So if you want the real change, you need to actually swap them. And this should become your state. Because look, when you are asking, what exactly do I need to do in order to change myself, to fully embody this, to like super, super hard? Nothing new. You are going to do the exact shit you are doing every day now, just with the different thought in mind. Because look, the thing is, you are already a master manifestor, as everyone who is listening there. You are already master manifestor. You already know everything. You already know how to manifest super fast. You already like just the best of the best. The point is your focus is weak. You are not staying consistent. You are not holding yourself accountable. And therefore, you just create uncontrollably from the limited mind that was not even created by you. So you currently, like, you identify yourself as your circumstances. This is your state. Your state comes from the thinking patterns, behavioral patterns, from your beliefs and assumptions that you have in your head. And eventually this forms like the whole infrastructure of things around you. And these things are not even created by you. So you can imagine yourself like sitting in the cage of your own limitations, and there are like different limiting beliefs that you may actually have, right? And when you, from this limited cage, are trying to like manifest and think about something that you want, and this is your new identity, but you are not approaching it as the new, like, not the cage, but like you are not opening up that cage, going into the like open field and start like embodying this new circumstances whatsoever, this new identity. When you are trying to manifest this from this cage, this is obscene. When you are taking the limited mind and trying to manifest like from fear, from lack, from like I'm not enough, like I'm all of that, so like you are not changing this inner narrative and you are not holding yourself accountable to change it, but you just thinking about this new identity. You're not thinking from it, you're thinking about it. So exactly what you currently wrote me is that you are thinking about the version of you who you know you're supposed to be, but you are thinking about it from the old version of you. And this is the old version of you who is telling you, you are not going to make it. The time will pass and nothing is going to change. Do you remember how, like, this is exactly how it was working out for us all the time? Do you remember how many times you tried to do something and it didn't work out? You remember how much of a loser you are and like all of these things. And therefore, when you start doing something, you just sabotage yourself because you are thinking from all of these old patterns and eventually you just give up. So it's not about new techniques, it's about that you should be doing the exactly same thing that you are doing now, just with the focus on what you want to do. So first of all, the first exercise that I suggest you to do, and this is mandatory, I don't want to hear anything about it. The first thing I want you to do is to get yourself the your note app, because it will always be with you. And for the next 3 days, I want you, like, every time you zone out, like, and you start, your brain just start randomly thinking about different stuff, I want you to write down these most popular things that you are thinking about. Are those visions and you are getting this vivid inner dialogues with other people, or are these just thoughts? Maybe these are like I don't know, like usually this is like either this is vision, inner dialogue, or thoughts. So for me personally, I argue a lot with people in my head, and this, like, I want you to write down all of the things that you actually think about, the most popular things that just run through your head, and in what form this usually is happening, because the form that this usually happens is your fastest way to manifest. This is your easiest way to manifest because this is how you already created this whole stuff. This is exact real embodiment tools that you need. This is it. So for the next 3 days, you are writing the most popular dialogues that you have in your head, and I want you to, like, really understand, nothing is going to change unless you change. And all of the things that are happening currently in your life, they are happening on the unconscious level, and our goal is to make the unconscious conscious, because, like, when you are rewiring your brain, this is look, there will not be any kind of like the fire, like rockets, this fireworks, blah blah blah, like this is a repetitive boring process. What do you expect from it? Like, you have been wiring your brain for such a long time in a certain way. Like, how do you expect, do you think that you will do this for a day or two and this is going to work out? In some cases, yes. In some cases, you may have way more opposing thoughts and you need to do more. You need to do it often. You need to do it like constantly. You need to invest in this. And also, like, I have my little notes that I have there for you, just so you know. There is one thing that I want to discuss, and then we are getting into the program of what exactly also you should do. So there is something that I want to talk about, and this is the thing that you say. I know that it feels the most stuck before it turns all good. First of all, everyone who is listening to this, I want you to burn this. I want you to burn this stupid thought, this stupid idea, horrendous shit that people made us believe. I hate it. Like, and look, I have been fed it so many times, but currently I just despise it. I think that this is for losers. Because look, the thing is, people just want you to believe that, oh, everything just gets bad before it gets good. For what reason? For what reason? For the reason that you, by your own hands, putting yourself in the situation when everything gets worse and you just need a flinch of hope to like help you go through this situation because, oh, it will get better. Did it ever get better? For you, did it ever get better before something that like after it went wrong? For me, no. Like it's, well, it got better in comparison to the whole bunch of shit that I went through, you know. Like there is no harm for your life already better, you know. But the thing is, this is harmful because you actually start sitting there and you start expecting this thing. So we are talking again about the observer effect, right, girl? So you have heard about this as well. Pygmalion effect, self-fulfilling prophecy. What you expect the most is going to happen. So every time you expect for the worst to happen before it actually gets good, you are setting yourself for failure by your own hands. You start looking for the worst thing to happen. You start expecting it. You start preparing yourself for it. And then it happens because, yes, this is the fucking law of assumption. Exactly. So, no, right now and on, only good, positive things are happening to us, and I don't care anymore. Leave this for losers, like for believing that, like, oh, it will get better after it gets worse. Like, you need to go through. I don't care. So, what you're going to do now, I hope that you like understood why I was telling you all of these things, because right now I'm going to give you very boring exercises that actually did work for me. They are going to work for you because this is like behavioral, like this is psychology. You have no other option but for you to work to get it done, you know. So as always, by now you need to understand what kind of the mental practice works the best for you, whether this is visualizations, inner dialogues, just thoughts and affirmations. I usually go for inner dialogues and thoughts. You can also do mental repetition. This is what Joe Dispenza suggests to do. This is basically when you create your new alter ego and you spend time in meditation, just thinking from the point of your best like ideal version of self, how you're going to act, give yourself the specific situations from your day-to-day life, how you're going to solve them from the new point of view, and this works because you are creating your new neural pathways, because your brain doesn't understand what is real and what is not. And I have been talking already about reticular activating system, how you manifest things in your life, etc. You are manifesting through your focus. But you are going to manifest shit if you are not staying consistent and if you are not putting the mental effort into it. So when we are talking about manifesting the new identity, holding yourself accountable and actually keeping on this track of change, but not just, oh, I affirm today for like 20 minutes per day one time, and then like I was just complaining every day, like the whole day for about like how I see no change. Like this is bullshit. You are not manifesting anything like when you do this. So This is, by the way, why I have created the manifestation challenge, because like I think that the best actually freaking thing in it is my accountability page. So you need to, like, you can do this independently. You get yourself like the diary, the notes app, whatsoever. If you are going to work in the challenge, you can do it in the challenge directly, and you actually sit every evening with yourself one-on-one, and you analyze what exactly did you do right, what did you do wrong, where you still got in your old identity, what you have been wavering about, what you didn't like, what you have been angry about, and what you're going to change tomorrow. Because your focus is what changes. You need to have your practice of how you are rewiring your mind. Whether this is, I have already mentioned them, visualization, inner dialogue, affirmations, mental repetition. I prefer to do them at least 3 times a day. Also, I am doing sometimes when I need this nervous system regulation, because your nervous system regulation is essentially what helps you to get out of this cage of insecurities, limiting beliefs, like all these negative assumptions, by calming down your nervous system, explaining to it that you don't need this fight or flight crazy response right now, and just allowing you to kind of like chill out and get the new assumptions, new beliefs, and look at the situation from the point of a person who is like actually able and capable of making the smart decisions and taking her or his mind under control. Self accountability. You need to have self accountability. These are all the same things that I have already talked about. So I am not going to give you anything new, some real tools like ChatGPT. No, give me better, give me more, like the real embodiment. Like the real embodiment is what you do right now. You're going to do exactly the same stuff. The only difference between what you do now and why you feel yourself as shit, and the version of you who feels herself like so cool and nice, is because this version doesn't need self-accountability anymore. She doesn't need to sit and think, oh, how many times did I like punish myself today? How many times did I call myself stupid, ugly, and broke today? Because you're already doing this. You are doing this just like on the autopilot, because this is your like, this is the your identity, your neural pathways are already there. They are already formed. You don't need to like hold yourself accountable for how well or how not well we destroyed our life today. So like the only difference is you holding yourself accountable and actually doing the self-reflection of did you actually waver today or did you not? Was it a good day from the point of affirming or was it not? Also, what kind of the positive shifts have happened today for you? It can be as small as big, like whatever, just the positive one that you can see, and oh yeah, this is actually the signal that whatever I do is working, and this will help you to keep your work. Because again, look, changing, rewiring your brain is not like a firework and flowers and like all of this. This is boring work. You may see the results faster, you may see the results later, and both will be okay. And also, you are talking about like the bone structure, appearance change, and all of this stuff. Look, first of all, I don't know what kind of the specific change you want, but the thing is, like, to me, height the easiest thing that you can actually manifest, because our height is constantly changing. We are getting shorter with age. You can actually increase your height just by going to the gym and hanging from the bar, and then your spine gets like a little bit elongated because it gets to its like original better form, you know. So you can even do the placebo effect, like you are hanging from the bar like for a few minutes every day, and this makes you grow for like 5 centimeters up or like whatsoever. when we are talking about appearance change, there are tons of appearance success stories. There are tons of stories of people who have changed their like nose appearance and like this completely different, like without any surgery or whatsoever. But look, when we are talking about the appearance change, and I have my appearance change done as well, I have a video about it. When we are talking about appearance change, sometimes like we are setting for ourselves the rules of how exactly this is going to happen, and like for some reason all people want to like you only want like it to happen only, I don't know, like naturally, only like whatsoever. I only want like my cheekbones to get like this much bigger or whatsoever, like, or my lips just so much plumper. But it can happen in like very different ways. Can it happen naturally? Yeah. Like, can you win like, I don't know, the fucking surgery to make your breasts as big as you want? Yeah. Like, and I know such cases where people were just winning the prize from like the surgeons to get any surgery of their wants. So your deal is to get focused on the end result that you want to experience, like not to, I don't know, like sit there and complain. My appearance was changing the slowest every time I was like, oh, is this actually possible, like can it happen, can it not, like, and I was going to the mirror every day and whatsoever, and like at some moment of time I was like, I don't care. And I just started seeing myself as the new version, as how I want to look. And I got it. And to me, this was very, very hard as well. Like, because for every person, their specific situation is hard and complicated. So the point is, as for every appearance change, you're concentrated on your end result and you stop checking 3D, because you keep reaffirming like whatever it is that you don't want to see every time you check 3D reality. I like how Mona Card explain the appearance and body change is that you are not your body, you are the soul, the spirit, the experience, and this is your vessel. And you, when you are looking at it as a vessel and you are so much bigger than your body, you can modify it up to whatever liking that you have. So with the height, I actually see like no problem at all, to be honest. Like height, like you can check Sammy Ingram's group, where she has tons of success stories, and height is one of the most popular for them. Same as appearance change. People, I saw recently how people were changing their skin color from light to dark, from dark to light, back again. So there are tons of these success stories. You just need to really concentrate on your end result, and how it's going to appear to you is like not seriously of your business. Like, you want your stuff, you will eventually get your stuff. So I hope that this video was helpful for you and for everybody who was watching. Let me know how you like the new format, how did you enjoy it, and I'll be looking forward to see you soon in my next videos.